How is everybody doing? I am back with episode 5 of this Hardcore Ironman. I am loving every second that I am playing on this account. It is so much fun, and I cannot stress that enough. The only problem I have is that I don't get to play as much as I would like to. I have other commitments, as I'm sure some of you do as well, and this got me thinking, how is it that people who are over the age of 18 able to play for like 16 hours a day? I mean, don't they work? Like, don't they go to school? I mean, granted, I used to do this. Okay, I'm a huge RuneScape addict, and as a result of playing a bunch of RuneScape, I play a bunch of video games, and I spend a lot of my time on the computer. It's just what I do, you know? And you could criticize me, whatever you want, call me a loser or whatever, but if you're watching this video, you play RuneScape, and you probably do the same thing. So, we're all in the same boat, right? But I gotta know, if there are any of you out there that are over the age of, like, 20, and play for more than 10 hours a day, every day, how is it that you do that? Like, what is it that you're doing? I mean, you must be living with your parents, I assume, which is nothing wrong with that. I live with my parents right now. It's financially amazing. My parents are great to me, you know? What's the problem? I understand that. But even still, my parents would never allow me to sit here while I'm in college and just do nothing. Like, they require me to work, which is something that I didn't have a problem with anyway. Right, but where are you getting this time? I'm really curious to know. So if you are able to do that, tell me in the comment section below. It's very interesting to me because I envy you very much. I would love to play this game all day, every day, like I used to, but I just don't have time anymore. Anyway, I digress. In the background here, you see me completing the Varrock Museum quiz thing, whatever this is, for the 9 Hunter and 9 Slayer, which is convenient because we all know the early Hunter levels are AIDS, as well as early Slayer. Getting experience through questing and lamps is very beneficial because there's really not much to be gained from catching birds south of Castle Wars and killing rats for Slayer tasks. It's very meaningless, and it wastes a lot of time, and I'm trying to gain as much levels as quick as possible to do some of the more interesting content, mid-game content, late-game content, all that stuff. The stuff that's really fun, right? Because nobody really wants to see me do this. I mean, I do love the early game of any RuneScape account, not just Hardcore Ironman. I think that the early game is the most fun, to be honest with you. It's like starting fresh again. It gets you into that sort of, nostalgic feeling, especially if you played many years ago, which I have. It's coming up on 10 years now that I've been playing this RuneScape. In a couple months, it'll be 10 years, which is interesting, because RuneScape really was the catalyst for me to play other video games, and I continuously come back to this game. It doesn't matter what new game I get hooked on. RuneScape it always brings me back. It's interesting, really. And the fact that they came out with Hardcore Ironman and Ironman in general, it was such a genius move. I mean, the longevity has totally increased. But you saw me there going to the wilderness to get the iron bar. I'm going to need that for Knight's Sword. And I was pissing my pants because at this point in time, I only have 11 HP, as you see here in the video. And so any random PKer could have just came and slayed me. Granted, I don't really think that there's going to be too many like level 8 PKers out in the wilderness, but that's what they get you when you least expect it, So I was pretty nervous there. I went back to the bar just by the lumberyard and hit the next bar crawl bar that I needed to complete that, which would be very useful. And I also finished up Gertrude's cat. You see me grab the cat here. And I got very lucky here with this, because normally you have to search the crates around the lumberyard to find the cat. I actually searched my first crate and I find the cat. And I remember doing this multiple times on my other accounts and not having any luck. Like, I have to go all around the lumberyard to find that damn cat. I was very grateful to have found it so quickly. But finishing Gertrude's cat is awesome, because if you didn't already know, you can get the cat, or the kitten rather, and you can grow the cat, and you can exchange the cat for 100 death runes in West Ardoin. And I think that scales with achievement diaries. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that, but I think it does. But either way, even if you're a regular account and you want some free death runes from just having this cat follow you around, 100 death runes every couple hours whenever it decides to grow into a cat, it's awesome. It's easy profit, free profit into your pocket. And on Hardcore Ironman, it's very, very beneficial to have death runes. I then went ahead, grabbed myself some runes so that I could get 13 magic at Barbarian Village, because my plan was to navigate back towards that Castle Wars area and go and complete Fight Arena, which I don't do in this video, but I do it in the next one. After the Barbarian Village, I walked over towards the Witch's House, a starting quest point area, and I completed that one, which is very useful because it got me up to 25 HP, I believe. And that is amazing because my biggest fear was getting one-shot by something stupid or DCing and being on a very low HP and just dying out of nowhere and having to restart. And I didn't want to go through that, right? And this Witch's House gives you that extra security with the 13 magic, being able to safe spot the 4 Witch's experiments in the little shed there to grab the ball. Very, very easy. The first 2 forms you have to tank it out, but it's no problem. They're very, very weak. I think the max hit is like 3 for both the forms, and then you can just safe spot the rest of them. So if you're a new account, I would definitely recommend going here and getting the hit points HP levels. I then did the Druidic Ritual, because why not? I was in the vicinity, and I started. It's a very easy quest. I already gathered up the meats from previous episodes of just killing miscellaneous creatures around RuneScape. I had them in my inventory, had them in the bank, took them out, thought about, why not, right? This quest takes 1 or 2 seconds, and that is where I end up on this video. I've made a lot of progress. I've recorded a bunch of progress, so I'll put out a new video tomorrow. Really excited. Love this Hardcore Ironman experience. Appreciate everybody who watches these videos and leaves the likes. It's amazing. Very motivational. So I will see you guys in the next one.